Yo, what is going on YouTube? Thanks for tuning into another video. You guys can go ahead and call me Steven. Today's video, man, I just wanted to bring something a little bit different. Something that I hope really helps out my viewers. And that is how you can improve overall in terms of Call of Duty. These tips and tricks that I'm going to basically tell you guys. You guys can apply it to any Call of Duty. It doesn't just apply to Modern Warfare, but I think you guys can apply it to Modern Warfare to basically help your overall gameplay and also win more gunfights. With SBMM or skill-based matchmaking being in the game, you're gonna have your bad days where you play against people that just totally wreck you. Trust me, I get into lobbies where people just mess me up and I get clapped, and it's brutal. You know what I mean? It's not the greatest thing in the world, and it sucks. It's a horrible feeling. But before I even play any type of online match, I make sure I do these 3 steps to not just warm myself up, and to get my hands ready for the online sweats, but to get myself prepared and mentally capable of taking the beating that skill-based matchmaking can sometimes give you, but also so you can hold out and you can clap people and you can wreck people. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing I'm gonna go over, to me this is the most important thing, throughout Call of Duty, is your sensitivity. Sensitivity is very, very crucial in terms of feeling comfortable when you're playing the game, and also to just basically feel comfortable playing the game, and also to winning more gunfights, honestly. Because if your sensitivity is everywhere, if it's super duper fast, you're never going to be on point in terms of your target, and you're never going to be on point in terms of winning gunfights. So my suggestion, because personally I'll show you guys what I play on. I play on a sensitivity of 8 for both vertical and horizontal stick sensitivity, and my ADS sensitivity is at a 1. My aim response curve type is dynamic, and then I think there was something else. My aim assist is standard. That's what I play on. It's just it feels better for me. I've gone through all of the sensitivity options, and for me those felt great, and I haven't changed them since. For you guys, I would suggest that you guys go through these options. I'll show you guys what the options are. They're standard, linear, and dynamic. I suggest that you guys go through these aim response curve types and see which one feels better for you. Standard is simple power curve map from aim stick to aim rate. Linear is aim stick maps directly to aim rate. And dynamic is a reverse S-curve mapping for fine aim rate control. Me, I'm a very accurate person. I like things to be accurate. I don't know if it's like an OCD type of thing, but that's why I picked dynamic, because it's a fine aim rate control, and that's what I like. Aim assist, I just picked standard. I didn't really choose anything else. Standard is what I stuck to, and I haven't really changed it since, because I'm used to the standard aim assist that Call of Duty has to offer. I'm not used to anything else. But a thing that helped me a lot in terms of finding out what sensitivity is best for me was doing this simple thing. You can kind of relate it to shadow boxing, and if you don't know what shadow boxing is, it's what boxers do. I don't know if you've ever seen like Creed or the Rocky movies, where they kind of like box the air. That's what you would call shadow boxing, because they're imagining themselves in a certain predicament, and they're kind of like picturing what they would do, what move they would use, how they would dodge their enemy, and so on and so forth. That's what I like to do in terms of Call of Duty. I like to go to a private match like how I am now, and this is what I simply like to do. So I'll show you guys right now. So what I like to do in this game, because a lot of people tend to be like spawn behind you, or they're people just you get a shot in the back a lot. So what I like to do is I like to sprint, jump, and turn around, and aim down my sights like that, just like that, just like this. You know what I'm saying? And you see how my aim sensitivity is like, I'm able to turn around comfortably and aim down my sights. And as you do this, you will get better and better and better. at the game, because you're going to give your hands muscle memory, and you're also going to be imagining it in your head. So when it actually happens in game, it'll all come to you like if it's second nature. Believe me, practice makes perfect, but also, making things second nature is important too, because, when if you're getting shot behind, you don't even want to think about it. You just want to just turn around, snap on the enemy, and just shoot. That's what you want to do. And the reason I say this is because, the reason why I say it's very important is because I don't know if you guys ever think about putting on your seatbelt, but, when you put your seatbelt on, you never really think about it, do you? It's all just second nature. You just automatically put it on. That's kind of what you want your sensitivity to be and your reactions to be like. You want them to be second nature. You know what I mean? You want them to be second nature, and it's just, yeah, that's what you want. So I do this a lot whenever I play online, or when I play Call of Duty in general. I usually hop onto a private match and I practice these three things. So the first one I've already the first one I've already noted for you guys is practice your sensitivity. Number two is going to be, well, it has to do with your sensitivity as well, but it's going to be your positioning in terms of this game. So what I mean by positioning is, for example, let's go over here. Let's say you're coming here, right? Let's say the match just started, and people are coming from this opposite side of the map. Let's say you open this door, and you can hear people coming this way through this door right here. You can hear people coming to this door, or you hear the door open because everything's so damn loud in this game. You hear them come to this door. What you could do is use your crosshairs, and these crosshairs are very important. The reason I say that is because, and let's say you crouch, right? Let's say you crouch. Look when I'm standing up, you see how wider my crosshairs are, and then when I crouch, you see how tighter they are. That makes a very big difference, because that is where your spread is going to be in terms of firing or hip firing. You know what I'm saying? The tighter it is, the more accurate you're going to be, basically. So let's say, like I said, let's say you're coming this way. What you could do, instead of going like this, which is, it's not a bad option, what you could do is, let's say you're walking this way, you could position your crosshairs like this. So that way, when you come this way, boom, you're just snapping on. You see that? Boom, boom. You're ready. You're ready for whatever the hell comes for you. And as you keep practicing positioning, you'll be able to do things like, rush and slide in, and all those fancy things. See, you'll be able to do all that and just be accurate. See, look, you'll be able to do this as you keep practicing positioning. So I think it's very, very, very important. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill myself right now, because I want to go over step number 3. And step number 3 is going to be recoil stabilization. The reason why this is so important is because you want to make sure that you're able to keep your iron sight or your red dot, whatever the hell you use. You want to make sure it stays on your target, man. Like, oh my god, I've seen, like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I mean, I watch YouTubers. I do watch YouTubers here on YouTube, and I've seen their gameplay. And I've seen them complain about them losing gunfights, and they're like, oh, I aimed down first and I lost. Why is that? This game is bullshit. Yada yada yada. And to an extent, it's true. To an extent, they're telling the truth. There are situations where you shoot first and you just die. You know what I mean? But that is bullshit. I'm gonna give them credit. That's bullshit, because it's happened to me before. But you can lessen the amount of times that happens by practicing the stabilization of recoil. So I'm gonna use this piece of plywood right here as an example. So let's say we're right here, right? So watch this. I'm not gonna hold my recoil down. I'm just gonna shoot the gun like whatever. So here we go. Now look at that. Look at that bullet pattern, man. You see how that goes from here, and it just curves up, and then it kicks off to the right. So like, okay, so these maps are big, right? These maps are big. They're not very small. The only small maps you're gonna have are Rust, you know, Shipment, and then Shoot House is like a medium-sized, decent map. But for the most part, you're gonna be playing on maps like Piccadilly. You're gonna be playing on maps like that Costco map, that Costco-looking map. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but you're gonna be playing maps like those, okay? And if you're shooting like this, okay, if you're shooting enemies like this from a mile away, let's say I'm here, right? Let's say, you know, you've practiced sensitivity. Let's say you've practiced, you know, positioning, and you're going to position yourself because you know somebody's over there in that window. Let's say you go here, and you shoot the way I shot here. You're never going to win that gunfight. I'm telling you right now, you're never, ever going to win. Ever. Like, ever. Because this is going to curve up and to the right. Like, this, it's horrible. You're never, ever going to win that gunfight if you never learn to stabilize your recoil. Okay, especially in this game of Modern Warfare, because the maps are so big. They're just, you know, they're big. They're not small, close-quartered maps. Okay, so here, let's go back over here, and I'll show you guys first. Okay, yeah, let's go back over here, and I'll show you guys what recoil stabilization looks like. So I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna go quite a distance away, like right here behind this car, right next to this pattern, and I'm gonna hold down my recoil. All right. So here we go. Now you see how more, I guess, centered that bullet pattern is? You see how more centered that is compared to that? I'm gonna do it again. You see how more centered that is? You see how more centered that is compared to this? This is why a lot of people lose gunfights, because they do this and they don't do that. Okay? So recoil stabilization very, very crucial. The way to do it, like I said, practice makes perfect. Go into a private match and shadow box. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, shadow box this stuff, man. Like let's say you're working on a new gun, you're trying to get it gold or something, right? Go here. I mean, you know, not all the recoils on every gun are manageable, but if you come here. If you come into a private match and you know you're working on a new gun or you're trying out a new gun, practice the recoil stabilization first. Practice it. You know what I mean? Practice it. Practice it. That's all you gotta do. Just practice it. And once you feel like you have it pretty stable, you're able to control it a fair amount. You know, put some bots out and practice. Practice. You know, practice recoil stabilization for like 30 minutes. You know, once you feel like you got it or you feel comfortable with it, go into another private match with some bots and see how it feels. You know, see how you do against bots and see how you feel. And the reason why I say practice for 30 minutes is because you want this stuff to become muscle memory. Like I said, you want it to become second nature. You want it to become like putting on a seatbelt. You don't want to think about it. You just want to do it. But yeah, guys, those are the 3 tips that I have in terms of you know, improving in Modern Warfare, but not just in Modern Warfare, man, in Call of Duty in general. So I hope you guys, you know, take these tips to heart. I hope you guys use them and apply them to your overall gameplay in Modern Warfare. I hope you guys improve. I hope you guys will win more gunfights. Let me know how you guys do in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you guys. But I'm going to end the video here. I don't want to run it. I don't want to run the video out too long anymore. So this is it. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.